It's Rokwah'S Rant. Now, it's been a long time, and I apologise. Actually, no, I don't apologise for that because that wouldn't be arrogant. I do a rant when I want. Not when the commission says. Not when the cameo says. When Rokwah says. And Rokwah says now. And why does Rokwah say now? Because there's been some big events happen in the last week of Dream Team. So, I mean, Swanee. Hey, Swanee, lay off the piss. Leave that to us mere mortals who don't rack up 45 disposals a week. What are you thinking? Unbelievable. We'll get on to more about Swanee later. But what I wanted to touch on was just some of the last round machinations. The yap gone wrong, I like to call it. The people who got on a little bit of these ones, but ended up going those ones. A bit of hightailing it out the back door style. Hashtag didn't make the finals. Oh, there's plenty of Twitter up and about for Rokwah at the moment. So there'll be hashtags. Don't worry about that. Anyway, I wanted to start with Wolves, the Wolverines. The yappiest bloke in the premiership. Probably bar the Heros, but the Heros just, no one understands what he's saying, so that's okay. But the Wolves were yap. And we're going okay. Until one week, when the words percentage booster were used in relation to a game against the Heros. He'd been into the Heros for a couple of weeks, actually. Alas, Wolves, when you talk like that, don't lose by 50 points. That is the moral of the story. Do not lose. And I must say that this scribe did go on looking for you on the activity feed, Wolves. Me know where you go. I don't know. Where you go, Wolves? I cannot find you. So if Wolves is out there, can someone please tell Rokwah so I can get in contact with him? That would be fantastic. Anyway, that's the first one. Second one is our friend Simon Stars. Now, look, Simon touched me up a few weeks ago and was very quick to get on the yap. I've got 14 trades. I'm coming home like a steam train. Blah, blah, blah. Wah. Well, you know what? If it was 4 weeks ago you beat me and you had 14 trades, even if you used 2 a week from then, you've still got 6. Now, I'm not sure how useful those trades are from 10th. I'm really not. But I guess that Repechage final, Repechage Olympics, there'll be a bit of that later too. Repechage final is quite important, Simon Stars, so good luck with that one and happy trading. Now, word has reached this scribe that Ponty Pandy has been on the yappity yap as well. Oh, I've got this under control, I'm going to win, got trades, blah, 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 blah. Now, I had a look at the ladder. Now, to me, it doesn't look like you made the top half of it, frankly. Frankly, that's like a fail, if you ask me. Failure. Now, don't get on the yap, you people, if you can't back it up. That's what happens. But the last one I like to mention is my good friend Clive. The great man. I'm going to call him the great man, Clive. Knobs legend. One of the all-time best blokes you'll ever meet. However, he needed to win the last round. And Mullo had been beaten. Mullo, ye of all chat, no action, had been beaten. Now, Clive, you look at the draw, you think, oh, he's playing Chubba, who's been relegated for the last 3 weeks. That's an automatic win. Unless you're Clive. Clive goes down by 2 points, misses the finals thanks to a loss to Chubba. Now, I've heard some sob stories, but this one is actually quite a good one. Let's trade Giles out for Goldstein. Goldstein punches out 90. Giles punches out about 130 and lose by 2 points. Now, Clive, I've had a go at you over the years about your coaching ability. Now you see why. That is unbelievable. Oh, dear. Wowee. Hashtag not ideal. Unbelievable. Anyway, that's probably all I've got there for a few of the yappity yaps. But that brings me on to finals. Now, Swanee has killed us all. All apart from one person, that is. And that is the Bra Boys. Actually, and Randall Bone. We'll get on Randall Bone later. Bra Boys has given it the old text Rokwah at about 7:30 last night. Dane Swan, I love you. Fair to say, when I conveyed that message to the Cameo Kings this morning, who Bra comes up against in an elimination final this week, fair to say they weren't the sentiments of the Cameo King. It has been heard and relayed to this scribe that, well, there were a couple of F-bombs dropped at the Cameo King household. A couple by the Cameo King, a couple by the Tiger Cubs, because Randall Bone doesn't have Swanee either. So Braz hasn't got Swanee, Randall Bone hasn't got Swanee, and the Cameo and the Tiger Cubs come up against them. Now, that leads me to the great rivalries we see this week in finals time. Bra versus Cameo, a cracker. Two blokes who keep their cards very close to their chest, just butting heads. It's going to be great to see. One goes home. And I know if one of them goes home, they'll have plenty of trades in the bank. I'm not saying which one. And I don't know how many, but I'm just having a guess. Heros plays Mullo. On paper, you look at it on paper, actually, you look at it on a computer screen, but on paper, Mullo's team wins. But off paper, Heros has the Factor. The Factor is this elusive being. For those who haven't tuned into the rant before, is this elusive being that gets the Heros over the line when no other man can. Heros will score the 13th least points in the comp and still finish 4th. That's just the way the Factor works. Now, if I was just looking at person A versus person B and I had to pick, I'd probably, go with the team on paper, but I've got to go with the Factor. Heros to win, Mullo to underachieve again, and that's that. The Beast play the Midget. Now, the Beast got on and wrote an absolute essay on the activity feed today. I got one word in and thought, gee, what is this bloke on about? And for that reason, and for that reason only, you're going to lose. You can't go on an activity feed and write 10 lines of gobbledygook and expect people to listen to you. You just can't do it. So frankly, I'm not listening to you, and you're outskis. Midget wins through to a prelim. Bang. Done. Which brings me to the last qualifying final, which is Rokwah versus the Pork Pie Man. Now, Pork Pie's been flying all year. Team been scoring out of control. But he comes up against Rokwah in a final. Ding-ling-ling-ling-ling. Ring any bells, people? That's right. 3 years ago, preliminary final, Pork versus Rokwah. Pork ranked 33rd in the entire world. Rokwah needs to win to get promoted. Bit of yo-yo effect, relegated, straight promoted. Rokwah pulls out the big guns, knocks the Pork Pie off. Up she goes, and it's been onwards and upwards ever since. The Pork, well, it's been a little bit tight around the throatal region for the Pork Pies over the years, so we'll just have to see how he goes again this week. Having said that, Swan, Stanton, Robinson, Buddy, Paul Pleasure, all in Rokwah's team under the pump. Anyway, Pork probably wins, unless he chokes, then I win. In the champ, the Rizzo boys go at it again. Panda versus the Golden team. There's no love lost there. There's also no body hair lost. I saw a photo of Panda with his top off the other day and fair income. You could harvest that and sell it to people for blankets. Jesus. Anyway, Panda's been on the yap again about how good his team is. Comes a cropper this weekend. Golden team takes him down. And the Cubs play the Boners. Fair to say there's a bit of argy-bargy between the Boners and Cubs. Not sure all parties are aware, but fact remains, this scribe hears there's a little bit of, how's your father? I think the Swan thing just tips it the Boners' way. But have the Boners lost their hardness? That's the question that we all have to contemplate. Parker Lewis and Cheap Kicks have avoided each other. They're looking to play in prelims, grand finals. They're up and about in the nationwide. And the MA Lakers and the Blue Baggers and the Oz Kickers have avoided each other. Lakers being the most nervous dream team ever, the Baggers being the most competitive dream team ever. So if they lock horns, it's going to be on like Donkey Kong. Anyway, kids, that's all from Rokwah'S Rant this week. Glad to be back. I got a bit excited about doing the rant. Haven't even had a swig of the beer. Have to do that now. Hopefully Commission's happy with this. And hopefully you all are out there. Try and make it a weekly thing going forward for the finals at least. This is Rokwah, signing off. I'm back, baby.